So this is the Inform Racing Bet Recorder, which allows you to record all of your bets online and analyse your bets to see where your best bets are and your worst bets are, okay? So that should help you to improve your strike rates and your profits and what bets you place. So when you open the Bet Recorder, you're on the Record Bet page, which has just a full list of today's declarations, okay, by race time. And you also have the number of runners, number of flat races, jump races, handicaps, non-handicaps, just for information. The two defaults are the stake and the commission that you are paying or that you might not be paying, okay? So just, these are, if you generally pay the same commission or you use the same stake, then you can see these here in the bet slip, okay? So it's you changing them every time. And then at the top, you've got a review of your bets. And I've placed 11 bets. I've got profit of £17.46 and a return on investment of 56.3%. This will take up to as many bets as you want to. Okay, so you can just keep betting and it'll save your bets, and every time your bets get analysed. But we'll go through that shortly. So let's place a bet. Okay, so you're on Record Bet, and we'll find a nice handicap race. Sierra Sands in the 305 at Hamilton. Okay, there's two ways of adding your bet to the bet slip. You can click add, or you can click the horse name. Click add here, and immediately all of the betting slip is infilled with the details of the bet. Okay, and all of this stuff's being analysed. With a specific bet, it's best to try and add a specific bet. If it's just a straight handicap, leave it, but it could be a maiden handicap or nursery handicap, seller handicap, amateur or apprentice. But if it's a non-handicap race, then it's definitely advisable to add what specific race type it is, okay? That's the forecast odds. We don't know the odds yet because the bet hasn't been placed. We've got our default stake and default commission. You can place a win bet, a lay bet, a place bet, or an each way bet, and all the rules are set into the bet recorder. A place bet is the same as a win bet, but it's labelled a place bet, so you can check it for analysis. Okay. Confidence. This is quite an important one. And how confident are you in your bet? Okay. Well, we just picked this randomly, so we'll say we're 5 out of 10. Okay. Don't know the position yet, so we leave that. Status of the bet is open. Tags, if you want to add tags, okay. The ones without a red cross are set for you as they are. The ones with a red cross are the ones that I've previously added, okay. So let's add another one that's not here. We'll have run a recent race. So we'll say recent hyphen race. So if you've got two words, you want to split it by a hyphen. And then if you're adding to yourself, you need to separate them by a comma. But let's just add also that the horse is unexposed. Okay, so we've got two tags now that are also going to be analysed. And this recent race, next time we open the bet slip, this will be showing here with a red cross. So say you can delete any of these with a red cross that you want to, like so, okay. You can add a note as well if you want to, something like horse I've been following or whatever you want to add. Just to check that all of your bits are filled in here. You can't do the odds and the position, and then you save your bet. Okay. So we've now got 1 open bet and 11 settled bets. So if we go to our open settled bets page, open bets is just the one we're placing. Okay. Settled bets. So this is all your settled bets, okay? So you've got the odds, the stake, the commission, your confidence in the bet, the status. They're all settled, but a green settled is a winner and a red settled is a loser. So you can see we've got a lay bet here with a £2 stake, which gave us this small profit. We've had a couple of each way bets. The position which we add after the race, and that calculates the profit and loss. We've got a bad box tick. If you've placed a bet that you know you shouldn't have placed, it's very much worth ticking bad bet. okay? Because you can analyse your profit and loss, including bad bets, so you can see how much better you would have done without your bad bets, okay? Instead of deleting it, you can delete any bets, but only delete them if you've made an error. Because this bet recorder is going to be analysing all of your bets, and it's going to help you improve your betting, okay, by knowing exactly where you bet best. The all tab shows all, so we've got one open bet and all settled bets, okay. So let's say this race is now run, and we can edit the bet. You can go to anyone, but open edit, okay. So that refills the betting slip. Let's say, unfortunately, this horse came fifth. Okay, at odds of 5.3, we'll say. Okay, so we've now put the position. Excuse me. Now got the position and the odds, so we can now save the bet again. We've got no open bets. Now we've got 12 settled bets. Okay, so this has obviously changed the profit and loss at the top. And we've got that latest settled bet. So obviously the bets are sorted by latest bet at the top, okay? And you can add thousands of bets into this. These are all saved into your Inform Racing account, so there's no need to. You can import and export them, as I'll show you, but there's no need to save them because these are all saved for you into your. Once you've got an Inform Racing subscription, these are all saved for you, okay? So you can just open this every day and continue as you are. Okay, right. Analysis. All the metrics here are shown on the analysis table and the value for each metric, okay? It shows you how many bets and wins, win percentage, total stakes, profit and loss, and this analysis is sorted by profit and loss and the return on investment, okay? So I can see that in the distance band between 7 furlongs and under a mile and a half, I've had 2 bets from 3 winners and a near 26% profit, £26 profit. Okay. Handicaps I'm quite good at. Confidence when I'm very confident, I've had 2 winners out of 3. Race class, you've got all the course names, so all of these are going to keep adding up time after time. So in a good few months, you'll get a really good analysis page, which is really going to help show you exactly what sort of bets you want to start concentrating on, okay? Tags. More tags, of course. Bet type each way. I've had 2 winners out of 3. And all of the metrics are here. As I say, there's only 12 bets so far, okay? But you can imagine this, once they've been a few hundred or even 1,000 bets, you're going to get a really good view of how your bets are going, okay, and what bets you want to stop betting on. So tags, eye catcher. These tags, I've only had a few bets, as I say, but flat sprints, I've only had 1 from 3 and a loss. Okay, again, this is going to, if I keep over a few hundred bets, my sprints are still showing a loss, and probably a bigger loss. I'll be starting to think I don't want to be betting in sprints anymore because I can't read them as well as I can other types of races, okay? So this is going to be such an important part of your bet recorder, and it's so simple to add a bet, as you've seen, just by recording a bet into the bet slip, okay? And I say hundreds and thousands of bets in the future, you're really going to be able to identify your strong points. If you go over to the profit and loss button and click it, you then get a profit and loss curve or line chart of all of your bets. Okay, each one can be hovered over to see the bet and the date. It's got 12 from 12, profit and loss, max drawdown, and this is the highest profit that you've had. Okay, this 17.46 was the highest we had. Okay, so we're a bit below our best. If you want to use the filters, okay, so you've seen your analysis and you want to only look at handicaps, you can see it's already changing, okay? So if we close that now at handicaps, we can see that we're on a we've got a 23.9%, 23.91 profit on handicaps only. Okay, so we can see I've had 5 handicap bets out of 12. If you want to, this is, I say I've only had 12 bets at the moment, but if you wanted to, you can do as many as you want on these. Okay, some aren't going to give any at the moment because I've only had 12 bets. But if we're looking at handicap bets and win bets, then you can see that I've had 3 of them, 3 of these handicap win bets to this profit. Okay, so these all change as you tick the boxes. Different classes of race. If you've had them, course names, you can then check your course names, how you've done at courses. Say we've only had 1 bet on this, so you can't make a line chart with 1 bet. But over time, these are really going to start giving you good notification of your analysis. So if we go back to showing all bets, okay, and then we're going to exclude bad bets, okay. So imagine you've had dozens of bad bets. This is really going to change your line charts and your profits. Okay, so with all bets, I've had 12 bets and they're showing 12 bets. I've excluded 1. I've only had 1 bad bet so far, so I've now got 11, and it just shows the difference. What would have happened if I hadn't had that stupid bad bet that I knew was a bad bet? Okay, so once if you're honest with yourself, it's all about being honest using the bet recorder. This will really give you an absolute mapping of what your betting history has been. Okay, and then you can close this. Sorry, the reset is for if you've clicked something and then you want to reset instead of unticking. Okay, so that unticks all of the boxes. Close the filters and close the graph, and there you have it. That is the bet recorder. You can import, export, you can download your bets to a simple JSON file, which is just a very simple file, and then you can import it back if you wanted to save these yourself, or you can export all your bets to a CSV. Okay, but say all of these bets are saved in your Inform Racing betting account, so you've got a link to the bet recorder, and you can just keep open this every day and make sure you settle your bets. Be honest. There's no point in not being honest. If you've made a false bet, delete it. If you've made a bad bet, admit it to yourself. And hopefully this will really improve your betting. It'll make you think about all of your bets, because you can actually see your profit and loss. And if your profit and loss starts dropping, take a look at the analysis. What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? Where do I need to improve? Where do I need to stop betting? Okay. So there you have it, the bet recorder from Inform Racing.